Hey there, welcome back. Getting ready to get going. One thing I did before I hit record is I went and got rid of all the items in my inventory. That way you didn't have to watch that part. Alright, so this is where we're finally starting to go where no man has gone before. No Roman, that is. Ha 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 ha. We can actually take more stuff around us. I don't actually have to go for this. And in fact, there's a river here. I don't even know where the bridge is. So let's do some exploring. Uh, That'll give us some rations. Alright, this only has 1,900 people. And you can see it says Helveti up at the top. So I've been taking some other sorry, I had to pause real quick there. So it looks like we got even some territory that's already controlled by our Roman friends. And they have a mine that's occupied. But it's not of my concern. Unless, of course, I control the other legion. Alright, so I can come and take this. Probably not an issue, and then it'll seal the deal, connect us back to our area. And again, I apologize. As soon as I hit record, I started to get contacted by someone. Alright. Let's give it a go. Three, huh? Alright, we got our new guy we need to give some experience to. So we can do that.
We are ready to deploy the Legion.
So we would like some infantry and some cavalry. I can't really add infantry at the moment. I can get the cavalry back.
Congregate copius in dextro latere! Our Legion has engaged the enemy.
Boy, we could really get this up high. Alright, we'll do that one.
Enemy equites are charging our formation!
This one works.
Date! Date! The battle is won! Finite milites exultare!
Get that experience to go back up. Still can't believe we had one die on us. All right. Hold on. Why did this capture or kill Orgatorix? I got confused. Oh, I don't have the alt button pressed again. Okay, we just took this one. But it's still red. So how do we pacify? Is there a different quest?
Away.
Yeah, there's no... Interesting. There's no pacification quest. So we conquered this, whatever this was.
Legate.
Need something?
Ooh, we leveled up again. This interference is what I ultimately want. The revive skill. I did not have revive. So we definitely want to add that to our mix too. All these skills are good. The medic path is very good. Destroyer path also good. This one, there's a little bit of good. And then we get to this guy. Yeah, let's improve the death blow. And then we got this whole thing. So we do have the sniper. Yep, let's make sure we can shoot 2 arrows. See, it says that sector is not yet pacified. I guess in order to pacify it, I gotta go do this. I guess that's fair. It's a long walk. Okay. Sorry for the pause there. I am still being sidetracked. My apologies. That choking sound, I think, is the ones that are laying there. Yep, he's running right down.
Can anyone heal the healer?
You just did, dude.
I think this is the last of them.
See, he's got a lot of armor. So we would have to do some shredding here. But we can disarm him. Put on some dodge. I think. Yeah, because I was flanking him. So now he's bleeding out. I guess I was meaning to capture him, but he's not dead yet. So let's see if we can get him captured here. So we did it all. We took him down, but we didn't kill him.
A glorious battle against a worthy opponent.
More of my warriors are on the way. You are surrounded, Romans.
That slippery bastard. I shall punch his smug traitorous...
Alright, so we gotta go back to the camp. Okay, so we conquered a sector, but it was the next sector over. It's a little weird, but it worked. So now we gotta walk back. We can at least dispatch our legion and take some stuff. I don't really need medical. I don't need things like the tannery either, but we're gonna do it. Where's our guys at? They're way down there.
day.
Well, that was a disaster.
Who knows? As a rule of thumb, I don't trust people who claim they can talk to gods.
And you trust everyone else.
I didn't say that. Our scouts report no sign of Legio Ferrata. I knew we should not have trusted him.
He is the consul of Rome. What choice did we have?
He is the consul of Rome, and that is the reason why we should not have trusted him.
Dumnorix and Divitiacus have sent the supplies they promised. It's not much, but at this point anything is better than nothing, I'd say. Either way, this will be the most difficult campaign we'll ever face.
True. But what good is that now?
You never know when we'll need something to bargain with.
We stripped him of his armor when we brought him in. Here, Legate.
Indeed. We did fine without him in Africa.
Right. Let's get to work, people.
Okay, so I guess in the beginning of the act there was some kind of agreement made, and it is true. The other consul, the dictator, was part of that agreement. And I know we were supposed to go attack the Helvetii in order to get the support from the other two. I just didn't understand the whole part about how he was supposed to be there. Or maybe he was, and I just forget. It doesn't matter. It was an easy win. Yeah, not a fan of that. This is a good one, though. Whoops, do we have some more? No.
Away, Legate.
You will not be able to hold me prisoner. They say Orgetorix is like the hawk, born free and proud. In captivity I shall die.
He did.
That is unexpected. The wisdom of the gods flows through the druids. His ways are mysterious. You have marched into my lands with thousands of soldiers. I hope to strike preemptively. Absurd! Like all Romans, you have the tongue of a snake. Lies and venom is all you can spew. If you truly were attacked, I salute the warrior who sought to end your line. Dumnorix never wanted to talk to you. The hate he has for your murderous kind is without equal. Your
sort of
only
agree with that.
trade is death, Roman. No one in the lands you call Gallia will help you. Vercingetorix is strong, but too trusting. I think you should be put down like the dog you are. Sadly, that was not meant to be. Keep this in mind, warmonger. When Vercingetorix wants you dead, you will die. He commands all of the tribe.
Did I just level up again? No. I completed a quest. She doesn't really use shield attacks, so it is getting a little weird, but still. Right, so this is the thing. We want to... Cure is going to add extra health points. Let's get him the revive skill first. We learned a lesson of not having revive. Alright, and then this guy. That's right, he needs repair. We got this going on. Sorry. Alright. Ooh. We ended up getting some more armor. Oh boy. Let's think about this. This is a unique strong armor. Everything's better except for movement points. Killing a leader grants plus 50% armor and armor cap. This is dodge the first ranged attack against you every round. This one's not horrible, but see, this is light armor. And I could wear strong armor. It's gonna have... I'm gonna change my armor. We'll give this trader mail to someone else. Alright, so we're gonna go down the list here. Now, this is a unique basic armor. My question is can somebody else wear this? This is using a bandage does not trigger attacks of opportunity. That is nice. But I would like to give him some armor. Let's try it. It does look like... Well, see... It belongs to Cineros. So it has to be Cineros that wears it. Okay, so we gotta move on down. Those are about the same. And I'm cool with this because we're going to get down to some brass tacks here. Like this one, I think would be really good. Since we bring this archer with us every mission, he's got the unique... Let's get him some more unique armor, right? Yeah. That's the plan, Stan. And then it just simply says... Whoops. I keep pressing the wrong button. We have to just complete all main quests, because we've already pacified 9 sectors. So I don't know what other main quests are going to come. I mean, we know we got, this Legion. And I can't move my Legion there. Because that's where his Legion is. And that's fine. We've understood this since the beginning. Well, hold on. It's not letting me click anywhere. I can't... Oh. Okay, he's got both of those regions are his. Nope. It's not letting me click. What's going on? Oh, we're not available. That's what's going on. The Legion is doing a mission.
By the will of Tutatis, it has been made known to us that we will meet once again to discuss a matter of utmost importance. A certain time from now, we will meet at your camp. You will be there, and so shall we be.
Okay, now that our Legion is back.
It fills me with joy to find you alive, Legate. I have been following your impressive progress carefully. You have proven yourself beyond measure to be a capable commander. We shall meet in the land of Eburones to discuss further strategy. Meet me at the appointed place as soon as you are able.
So now he wants to meet, after running with his tail tucked between his legs.
Let us go and tell him what we think about that.
Yeah, so see, I can garrison the Legion even back here. Let's do that. So while that's happening, we got to keep exploring, because the whole issue we have is there's a lot of sectors up here that can still be taken. Our food is getting really low as well. Alright, so that's done. Interrogate him in a respectful way. We gotta assign someone. Mr. Tulis. Alright, so the valuable information, send him to the Legion. But we can't risk allowing him and send him on his way. Well, I don't want to kill the guy. I don't want him in our Legion either. I just don't trust a Gaul in our Legion. I know the Romans do the mercenary thing, but that's...
How should we position the troops?
That'll get me to 9 morale. That also helps. Let's do this one.
Our ranks have reached the enemy line.
And now they give me -4 wheel. Alright, that would get us out of our catapult issue.
Enemy entities are charging our formation.
Now our infantry's lacking.
Praise Mars! The day is ours!
It gives us our manpower back.
Musiriamo!
Alright, that's done. Yeah, so his legion is completely gone. That region we just took care of was the legion, or the region that his legion was at. So we can come up and That's 5,000 strength. We'll go ahead and attack. That allows us to bring the outpost to us. Didn't have the time going. -5. Oof. This is the right guy for the
Which
group.
formation shall we use?
Because he helps us with the issues there. This is a really good one.
Congregate. The men are close enough to engage.
Still have the catapult issue.
Front up, and the enemy line is breaking!
They're still going after the catapults.
I see the enemy. We must retreat to fight again another day!
We retreated.
Tabanacula valetudinaria collocate!
Alright, that's annoying.
This sounds like bad news to me.
It doesn't sound to me like they're in any shape to fight us. I think something else is going on here.
We have more important things to do than to pick fights with random groups of Gallic warriors. Let's just get out of their way and lay low until they've passed.
Well met. I come to you with empty hands and peace. We have left the army of Vercingetorix, and we wish only to return to our homes and our families.
There, that gave us 193 manpower. I know, I just made a decision not to let that one guy in. I am not being consistent, that is for certain. We took out 500. Let's try again. Yeah, we're like dead even in terms of strength here.
How do you wish to deploy? Alicite hostes. You are ready to engage the enemy?
I got the wheel down quite a bit. This is a pretty good one though.
Frontum extendite!
You can see we're a little bit.
One of our manacles is about to break!
Alright, so the cavalry needs a boost. The wheel's low. This boosts everything.
Contendite! We've done
We're
it!
still.
The enemy is routed!
It says we've been defeated. How are they rooted if we're the ones that were defeated?
Ultra patite ostan!
I at least got the final experience points there. Alright. Clearly, I'm not winning this, so I gotta walk back to post. couple things to do here.
Are we, Legate?
Let's get them healing.
Druid Diwitiacus requests an audience. He awaits you in your tent.
And before we do that, the issue we're running into is our manpower is low. Only by 300. To a maximum of 4,800. How come I couldn't take it to 4,800?
At your service.
I don't understand. What's going on?
Legate! Do you have a moment, please? Awe, my name is Sabinia. I have traveled very far to meet you. Very, very far. Thank you. It's been an arduous journey, and I was afraid. My father's name is Sabinius Ursinus. He was once the praefectus of a Roman legion. He said he met you during your conquest of Egypt, and he spoke highly of you. That's right. The denarii you gave him got our family through some very difficult, but my father needs you again. He served Rome for I wouldn't come here to beg. He gave me something to sell to you again. A new design for a better banner. If you'll purchase it from me, it will pay for his transport to Rome. Thank you, Legate. Here, the schematics he gave me. I hope this banner will help you.
I don't really need the banner. I just don't mind helping, and we'll see what...
Thank you for sending me those schematics. Awe Legate.
All is well, I hope.
I'm not even remotely surprised those Landikai left us.
Alright, so... the banner. Ah.
The hang.
I bet I have to go here and do this first.
The only question in...
Now I go here and... the banner of Jupiter requires the idol of Jupiter, which I don't have. And it puts a weakened standard out. I mean, it's okay. I don't hate it. I don't need it either.
My mind is whether it was maliciousness or sheer incompetence that made them betray us.
So why don't I have the...
You think they got the time for the attack?
Awe Legate.
Statue.
What strange and
Here we go.
impractical weapon do you want me? Let me see. These are... Why don't you lend me a hand? Your hands are not too soft to hold a pair of tongs, are they? Come, let's get to work. Well done. Your fine patrician upbringing did not leave you entirely. It's an interesting design.
Alright, so now we got it done. Yay, team. Come back here. We can make this thing... Gotta assign somebody to it. I'm gonna assign this guy. And then... while we're at it, we'll do that. And it looks like, I think it's this guy is normally the one that does this. But we'll get a replenishment going as well.
Honestly, this guy creeps me out a bit. Perhaps you are right. Nevertheless, he still makes me feel uneasy. I just can't bring myself to trust him. Fair enough. Just be careful.
So it came to pass that you arrived. Perception is up to Tatis. Your coming was foretold. It is not wise to speak ill of Tutatis. His curse, Doomnorix, is shadowing your every step. It has been made known to us that he will attack you at a moment you least expect. It has been made known to us. The place is for the gods to determine. Thus, he will ask them. That is not known to him yet. He will want to consult the gods. It is unclear yet. Doomnorix will fight, for he is a fighter. We will know, for we are a knower. It is not for the Idri
He speaks
to
like
fight.
Yoda.
You will stop, Doomnorix. You will not kill our brother, yet you will stop him. He will feel the need to know the outcome of his intended attack. Our brother will, therefore, come to the high place. There, he will ask 3 questions to the 3 deaths, and wait for the answers. You will be the answer, if Tutatis wills it. You will meet us at the high place soon. For this boon, the 3 deaths will require your presence and sacrifice. Tutatis willing?
All quiet.
Alright, it is what it is.
Away.
High place is just right there. They're down to 3,000. Oh, look at that. We have 2,500 injured soldiers. That's why I couldn't hire that many. I just need them to heal.
The men are awaiting your orders. How should we position the troops? Congregate! Battle is joined. How shall we proceed?
This was at -7. Is that's a 2-2? That gets us up to an 8 here. But this helps us. We're gonna go ahead and do that.
The weather is changing for the worse.
They're really going after the wheel there. Gonna get one of those points back.
We are victorious!
Going after the wheel again. Yeah, we're getting low. 3,000 injured. Almost doesn't even matter. This one's better.
Proseguiamo!
That one requires slaves, experience, medical supplies. We'll do the medical supplies. And we gotta let these guys heal. We have 3,000 injured. You can see the missing are coming back. That is done. Just give it to one of those guys. We still have this guy doing his thing, but everybody else is back, and that's fine as well. I think I have to just stop being so aggressive with my attacks, and then the injuries will get better. There we go. I didn't realize I can hover over this. See, 2,200 injured. We were at 3,000, so 800's already back. Oh, they failed. $78 rations, which we needed. And there's the mission that we have. Gotta do the orange. Got 25 more rations. The Legion is back. I'm pretty sure they heal on their own, regardless if they're walking or not. And what I'm looking for is this. Hunting grounds. Make them go get some food. We were at 800 at one point. Aptly named ritual site. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I am recaffeinated and ready to go here. We're not even like fighting yet, we're still walking. You know there's going to be a nasty fight. Tennis. Yeah, it's not going to be good. Let's talk to Tennis first. I don't even know who that is, but we'll talk to him.
What do you want, Roman? Or are you tired of talking to my father? My father can be so stupid sometimes. I doubt that. He wants me to prepare for his funeral. The gods tell him exactly when he will die. So he wants me to travel north to a small village and purchase a good menhir for him, to mark his grave. Truly, I don't know. Father says it is the one place in Gallia nobody could conquer. The stone there is pure and primal. People tried, Roman, and people failed horribly. It is said their warriors are strong like a horse and fast like a hound. I've heard rumors about this village and their druid. It is best to err on the side of caution. It's a small village anyway, not worth conquering at all. It matters little as I have no money. It is said the menhir maker sometimes demands boars instead, but I would not know. Your gods, maybe. Our gods can occasionally be more forthcoming, and therefore more cruel, just like my father.
I'm not paying for the guy's stone.
No one should prepare for the death of their own father. The gods are not my fathers. They just are. Take it however you want. They don't require it, but they prefer it. You don't want to anger the gods of war.
Right, that was a depressing conversation.
You have arrived. You will walk around and observe the high place if you wish. The task ahead is not simple. That you do. And we will be your guide. We will answer all your questions. You will not arrive before the ritual is ready. To do so would be bad luck. Once everything is set, we will send a rider to him. You will kill nobody here. It is forbidden to spill blood at the... Dumnorix will seek to know the future, the outcome of his plan, to be precise. For that, each god will request an offering. We shall provide 2. You shall offer 1 sacrifice. It is up to you which god you will appeal to.
This is all a trap. I'm the sacrifice.
The Great Protector covers all. The offering should be drowned, preferably in blood. Tyrannus the Thunderer is ever-changing. His anger burns like the deepest of embers. The sacrifice should be burnt alive. The scream should sing of his will. Nothing. Lord Essos is a grim god who knows naught but war. The offering should be personal in nature and of great value. We will use the high place for the purpose of deception. You will need to please the god. It most certainly will not. You shall sacrifice a man or a woman. You will find a bowl that is big enough. You will find blood. You will also find an offering. It should be someone worthy to be sacrificed. Someone of some value, it is true, but not value enough for this purpose. You will see how you will end up acquiring the bowl. Tutatis will judge your selection and respond accordingly, as he will judge everything. All living things have it. Just find one. The gods accept the lifeblood of an animal, just if you cannot find enough blood, and wait we shall.
Alright, we got all this stuff down pat. Although we could... Yeah, let's improve the optimal range. I should probably improve this. Alright, so we got all these goofy quests. I don't like this. Wow, it takes 20 to get the rations? Or 3,000. You know, I just got 2,000 from here. We're gonna take all the food, because that does seem to be something we're running out of from time to time.
Away, Legate.
And then our, we did recruit. We're at 1,000 injured, so we are near the 4,000 mark.
Excuse me.
Away, Legate. What's strange and then it needs to be made of something special. Quality wood like oak. Not the best wood. If you want a really good one, though, last but not least, I can bind some bones together and craft a dead bowl. It'll be crude, but scary. Scouts were talking about a nice oak grove near the mountains. I'd be careful, though. These barbarians can be touchy about their trees. Well, obviously from humans. About 5 skulls should be enough.
Oh, wait.
What is that, Bestia?
This is Monster, my skip.
You've been carrying around a kit?
We've had a lot of missions about sacred groves. Oh boy.
Stay away, marauders. This is sacred ground. Have you no respect? How dare you!
And just like that. Oh, look at that. There's a dead body back there. Eliminate the protectors. That skill, when it does connect, it's really good. Ooh, a glancing attack was not good. I don't need to press.
Can't die! Not here! It can't be human! My two tatties!
These are my lands. I can blend right in. It's like I never existed.
let's start with Calidus. Calida. Alright. He's somewhere in this general area. And then the other one was somewhere in that general area. They moved, of course.
We're doomed.
I can't die.
Fool! Focus! They're gonna kill us all afterwards!
Alright. Let's try again. I can't see the target. So he's running way back, or he's standing right in this area. He's definitely being a jerk.
I'm covering this area.
But we have a way of dealing with jerks.
What do you Why would you hit me?
Oh, I did not... I don't know what I was thinking there. Holy crap, I almost annihilated my own people. Glancing. We at least got that archer taken care of.
Pigs won't lay a hand on me.
The Thunderer has turned his back on...
Lure them closer. I'll shoot as soon as I see them.
Did I take this guy down? I don't know where he was. We shot somewhere over here. Hit somebody. Yeah, I thought I was doing the extend with Cineros. You know, the 3-range thing. Complete whiff, huh?
triangle.
I don't know if I killed that guy or not. The one that went invisible.
And I am gone.
What a jerk. I think I did.
One left. Disappointing.
Yeah, only one left.
They did not even...
You cannot seriously be
It is a barbaric
And we represent civilization. We are above such foul acts.
We just wanted the oak. Throw some wine. Look at this silver spear shaft.
A pike made of silver, but it is broken. Look at these engravings. It is beautiful. Maybe Sextus can repair it.
Alright, so we're at 976 manpower. Okay, I didn't tell my guys to walk there. I'm Roman. I shouldn't be doing any of these stupid Gallic things.
What strange and impractical weapon do you want me to forge today?
He's got it figured out.
Now this is something else. Who in the world would be silly enough to make a weapon out of silver? I suppose it may have been a usable weapon in the past, but I wouldn't know what to do with this. As always, if you can come up with some schematics somewhere, I will help you restore this weapon. A fine tree this was. Let's see if I remember enough woodcraft. There you go. Watch yourself around that druid.
And I'm assuming, just because I have the silver spear, I really don't have the schematics.
Our way, Legate.
Gotta get him back to doing what he does best. I liked all those upgrades. We got rid of a lot of negative ones, and because there's no such thing as like, okay, fine, I have 5 infantry, so a -1 won't hurt. The very next enemy stratagem will give you a -4 to the infantry. So like every little value means something. It's a cool looking sword. The cutting slash looks great. That defensive strike I always like. I don't care so much about the lunge. Even the swipe seems okay. It's got armor shred. It's not horrible at all. Okay, so choose a human sacrifice, acquire enough blood to drown your sacrifice, or let deviate whatever take it from a slave or a Praetorian. Ugh. Where's the mission? It was called the High Place, right? I thought the human sacrifice was going to be the guy I'm trying to ambush.
What do you want, Rome?
I was going to choose his kid. See what he thinks about that.
Have you brought the ingredients for the ritual? How did you acquire it? A holy tree cut down to honor a god. You take a great risk, Romer. You are not ready. You still need to gather blood.
I don't like that idea.
A weak vessel and a cowardly choice. Now you will bring forth the sacrifice.
These are innocent people who live to serve you. The same cannot be said for all of your Praetorians. Thank you.
I'm not choosing one of these guys.
Why do you hesitate? Are you not a command?
These are innocent people who live to serve you. The same cannot be said for all of your Praetorians. I understand.
Very well. Have your people bring the sacrifice here. We will prepare the ritual.
This is a goofy thing. I don't think I should be doing the ritual at all. I don't know what's going on, but I can't click or do anything.
We have arrived as foretold by the will of gods, brother. We lay down our arms and await your judgment.
Judgment is the domain of Tyrannus, he who holds the thunder. Glory is the domain of Essus, he who is of the wheel. Majesty is of Tutatis, he who protects. Their thirst will be fulfilled. I, Dioetiacus, ask for guidance. For Drumnorix, my brother.
And I, he who is called Dumnorix, the king of the world, proud chieftain of the Aedui, stand here with my head bowed, but my heart... Many men feel fear in the presence of the three deaths. But Dioetiacus, my brother, would you by my side join me and we shall crush the wrong...
You know I abhor battle.
Yet I have seen you fight. Can't you hear it? The wind sings our names in songs of victory even now. Does it not taste sweet?
Well, I guess we could have come up this ladder to go after him. Oh, I see. That's not a bad idea. I'm going to move me over to here then. And get some torches. Or even a medical crate. Let's go. I'm not going to be able to get there. I don't know why I have such few movement points, but... yeah, I'm not going to be able to get there.
Silent all of a sudden, huh? I don't think anybody's doing any moving. Let me get a little bit closer. That's an awesome skill. Every time I got attacked. They're making short work of that guy. Alright, now we should be able to come in and do our... Oh, you know what? I don't even need that. He doesn't have his shield up. Down he goes. That's as good as a victory right there.
I got my skill back.
Time to disappear.
Follow your leader, and we shall win.
I'm covering this area.
Oh.
Target must not be killed. So I have to defeat his men, then, is the qualifier.
Lure them closer.
We're almost at the end of this, it seems.
That was glorious.
Traitor! How could you do this? Defeat is one thing, but being betrayed by my brother? You had better kill me.
What have you done? I will go and talk to my...
Doesn't lose stack of strong when hit, but cannot deflect arrows. Oh, what a weird trade-off that is. A very weird trade-off. I almost killed Doom and Oryx too, just because I didn't like his Yoda talking. I'm like, I'm in these barbaric lands with these barbarian people. I mean, let me be the bigot that I was meant to be. Kill them all. Right? He wanted to betray his brother. Why would I take him prisoner? Maybe I agreed to take him prisoner and I forgot. He wanted to be killed. He asked for it. Headbutt, knockdown, frighten, flawless defense. Warcry looks pretty good. You could stun enemies. That's not horrible. I need to spend more points on something. Oh, look at this. This removes the stunned. Yeah, let's do that. I know I was going down this path, but this allowed him to repair.
There has been an unexpected development. Mistrust is a natural part of politics, especially when one is dealing with Romans. In this case, however, it seems I owe you an apology. Please meet me at your earliest convenience at the site of our first encounter. My scouts have uncovered a piece of information most startling. If valid, it will save both of us a considerable amount of pain. Vercingetorix, King of Kings.
Sounds like a trap to me.
Vercingetorix struck me as honorable. I'm inclined to trust him, despite everything.
Isn't that the dude I just killed? I can't keep their names straight. It was Dimnorix. Okay. Alright, and where was the place that we first met? I don't remember. There. Is there a reason I need to go back to camp? I don't think so. That's the Legion going back. There was one thing I wanted to do. So he won't be able to block archery. But hopefully that's... Not losing strong when hit is really good.
Hail, Legate. Before we begin, please accept this bow. is made from a yew anointed by druids, in tribute to a god we call Ogmios. He can be likened to your Heracles. Ogmios possesses the power of persuasion, which can enthrall men and control them more than strength. You strike me as so. I bring you some interesting news. I have found your aggressors, the mercenary tribe that's responsible for the attack on your home. Had I known about it, I would not have had to spend so much time capturing them. It appears you were not randomly targeted. Someone hired them indeed. Someone who's not from Gallia. An inconsequential tribe called the Spear Bearers. That name refers to their ancestors. They have since learned how to use a sword. That would be impossible since they have, how shall one put it, expired during our interrogation. Certainly not for them. I see where you're going with this, Roman. But this matter is for me to resolve. It appears the Spearbearers' tribe was paid handsomely by a Roman spy. The identity of this spy is not known to me. Not yet.
It's the dude that
This
killed
means
the
your
librarian.
invasion is unjust. I will see to it that this spy is caught and handed over to you. You, in return, must agree to stop your attack on my lands. Stranger things have happened. Let us catch him first. Vale, legate. Until next time.
All right. Fine, I'm a bigot. They're nice, honorable people. We knew that was coming. We knew that he's just... Alright, I think I want to... Because if I ever have to use revive, I want it to be good. The poison thing would be nice. And then the interference would be awesome. So we know what we're going to take next time. Uh-oh. We're at Legion 17. Okay, what am I doing over here? That Sunder skill is a good one. So I'm either taking this or this, which is yet another skill. They both are. So I don't think it matters. Alright, Bestia. This is actually not bad, because I always run out of movement points. But let me think about this. Do I want Rush? I can get an action point back if I'm willing to spend focus. That's not bad either. %50 increased damage if they have full health. These are both good. But what do I take in the meantime? Movement is unlimited until the character stops moving. Then it's not unlimited. We'll go ahead and do that. Alright. The damage is significantly lower. Critical hits apply routed to the target. So Sagittarius, he's got the Easel's bow. Just seems like the accuracy is really low, the base damage is really low. The critical chance though is 12%. We'll try it. I mean, we've done worse. So I can do the half draw or the headshot. Headshot's fine. I just don't like the one that leaves you, you know, exhausted or whatever. Which that is not the case. There's that town, that village. We can always try to go there to see if there's a Celtic whatever. If you recall, we went here once and there was like nobody willing to talk to us. Oh man, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna give it a try.
This village bears no small resemblance to the area where I grew up.
Oh, there's a
Only
Lurko
the
quest here.
smells are rather different.
I didn't even realize that. Alright. Can we open the door yet? No. Alright. How much you want to bet we're going to get into a battle here? And he's going to continue to pretend to be nice.
Legate, glad that you could make it so quickly. We have serious business to conduct.
I think the direct attack him thing is just giving him power. Not to completely sidetrack things here, but there was a buddy of mine that used to say, like, there's this guy and he's with the Ku Klux Klan and he supports Trump. And I was like, who? And it's some guy that no one's ever heard of before. And so this guy clearly has no power of any kind. He's completely insignificant in terms of the grand scheme of American politics. But by bringing him up and talking about him, you're giving him power. Anyways, that's how I feel with this. Is don't give the man power by letting him know that he's getting under your skin or anything.
My sole responsibility is to roam.
Of course it
and
is.
indeed, that responsibility renders anyone expendable. If death scares you, I'd recommend seeking another line of work.
I mean, that's fair. I like this one, though.
Neither am I. You seem to be under the impression that you are in a position to give me instructions, Legate. Don't get me wrong, please. I do value your expert opinion on all matters. But the words of a legatus can at most be recommended. In this case, your recommendation was not pointing me towards the best course of action. Therefore, I took the liberty of ignoring it. And look where we are now.
I don't see...
It was unfortunate that we got separated. As you can see, I was busy bringing the Aburanese to their knees, decimating enemies and forging alliances wherever possible. Quite right. There will be plenty of time for bickering after our triumphant... Gallia is a land full of proud and powerful warriors. These are not simple barbarians without a They value bravery and subterfuge equally. So first of all, we need to be careful, for any peaceful conversation can quickly turn into...
Ha! If you are behind this ambush, your timing is amazing. But I will still cut off your cock.
Marcellus, take your men and protect the legatus.
I almost want to do nothing and let the green guys fall. Corvinus, you die first. Lurko, you die second. And Markellos, I don't have an issue with you, but if you need to die, then please. Alright, so we got our two heavies. We need to get our archer away. It'd be nice to get up somewhere high, but doesn't look like I can. Bessia can get right up into the action. Cineros right behind the heavy. I'll get behind the other heavy. Actually, I'm the one that can shred his shield. Cineros will go this way. We're gonna help these guys again, aren't we? Yes, we are. Oh, look, he must survive, or we lose the campaign. Fine. Fine, fine. That doesn't mean Corvinius and the other guy has to survive, though. Alright, let's get her done. Oh, not cheap shot. Okay, we got him panicked. We basically, I mean, she's gonna be able to have open season on me here. The archer is not a concern. That's always glorious. so all we got left is our archer. There are 3 people down here. There's a whole bunch up there. So we will do that.
I'll hold this angle.
Boy, Lurko went really far.
I can't die. Not here. The Thunderer has turned his back on us.
I'm covering this area.
Need some healing, pal.
Lure them closer. I'll shoot as soon as I see them.
I mean, you couldn't ask for it to be any funnier. Yeah, get him. We don't like Corvinius.
This place is mine. No one passes.
The bloodthirsty is through the roof. That guy's as good as toast. You know what? I could do like one of those things that hits everybody in front of me, and make sure that it also hits, you know, these green guys. Of course, he has deflect.
Just one more. Should not be any trouble.
I thought oh, there's this eagle eye skill I think that you can shoot through the shield. I don't think she has it. Which is fine. I can't get up there. Well, just like that. It's done. I have to check on him now? Ugh. Nobody wants to check on him.
Sneaky Gallic bastards! Corvinus! There was no way they could have known the Legatus would be here today. Someone's feeding them information. Find me the mole and bring me its head.
May I kill?
Of course, by Mars, of course. You are allowed to kill anyone. Just bring me the mole.
Good.
Legate, I hope this unfortunate event has alleviated some of the concerns you have. As you can see, neither of us has any friends in these lands.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't want to be Yeah, we're gonna do that.
We will not conquer these lands by simply flailing. The reason I called you here in the first place is that I found a chieftain willing to work with us.
This is this is exactly what I think.
Ambiorix is a chieftain of Eburones. They call him the King of the Four Winds, he who rules all directions, by which they mean Gallia Belgica, I guess. Believe me, I have had the same thought. Let us meet Ambiorix at his war camp. It will help to put a face to the name, I'm sure. At least this time we're together. Marcellus has surveyed the area carefully.
Please! I'm just a humble butcher. My son—
Shut your lying mouth, barbarian. I saw him throw a javelin at us.
It was just a stone. An act of youthful stupidity, that's all.
Legate, this man is harboring one of the—
My boy is only 10 summers old. He doesn't understand the consequences.
Bring him out here. Let me ask him for myself.
Yes. As you wish. Who are you? Why are you yelling at my father? What will happen to him if it was? No! Please, don't hurt him. I was the one who threw it. It was just a rock, I promise. Yes. I understand.
What did that little rat tell you?
You must believe me, my lord.
Very well.
Oh, thank you, my good lord. I will make sure my son understands the severity of his actions.
Oh, will you cease your pathetic mewling?
Please, take this fine deer meat as a slight token of my gratitude.
I mean, 150 experience for everybody's. That doesn't suck. Alright, we got some leveling ups to do, and then we have this stuff. So, like Cineros, critical chance 6%. And then armor, bludgeoning, piercing. So if we take our Sagittarius, what I would like is something that does the minimum damage, right? Because since the bow doesn't do a lot of damage, so the poison resistance is really good on this one. I would lose an armor. It would increase the critical chance by 6%. It's already 12% there. I don't know if that's worth it. Alright, let's level them up. Oh, I think I was trying to... That's a bull rush. I'm not... Oh, that's right. I don't care about these. Because this, like, requires an ally to go down. Which I never want to have happen. Yeah, that's right. I've been ignoring these. I think I was becoming a big fan of these. The bulwark is really good. Because if they have cover, that means it's harder to hit them with arrows and stuff. These two I don't care about as much. This is always helpful when they're running by you. We're going to do this one. got another level up here. Oh, I did take that one. I don't know what I was smoking. We got everything here. We left nothing. So then, in order to get these skills, I do have to take at least one of those. Yeah, I think we determined that's not the worst of skills. Base damage minimum. That's where this might actually be helpful. I'm hoping it works. It says 7 to 8. That base damage minimum plus 3 should be make it 10, but it doesn't seem like it's updating.
Thank you again for sparing my son, my lord. He'll never do such a thing again, believe me.
Alright, I know I'm a little low for some standards. It's going to cost me 19 of them to get 1,000. Usually I can spend 10. That's because there's a higher price than normal. Yeah, we don't want to do that then. $31 or that's what we want to do. 310 rations from that butcher sounds great.
Do you admit to attacking the Consul's Praetorian Guard?
I did, and I do it again. Go back to Rome, you greedy
They're gonna kill him, aren't they?
Then you are sentenced to die.
Well, that's that. Still can't open these doors, even though they opened them, didn't they? To come out. They must have, like, while they're in the middle of their ambush, somebody turned around and locked the key again.
They are under pressure from constant raids by the Germanic tribes east of the River Rhenus. In Latium, they see it was only a matter of time before they decided to leave. Our vengeance will be terrible and swift.
Yeah, he's nothing but trouble. Alright, so we got an injured dude with us who got poisoned from Legion 17, which we haven't solved that that mystery yet. So we do need to get back. But I'm thinking, instead of going back, let's take another sector, right? There's this sector here looks to be different than maybe that one. So it looks like there might be one, two, well, there's for sure three here. And this might be a fourth, we don't know. So we'll start walking. And you can see that the injured manpower is back to 0. So we got our legions right where we want them. And then we're going to just go attack an outpost. We got 6,000 strength. He's fully up, so we could leave the, like for example, we're at 4 here. We can make it 7 right out of the get-go. There's a lot of minus, but there is no scatter or automatic win if I get this to 12. This, of course, would get us up to 5. That one's not bad. I actually think this is the best one. Let's just counter their negatives as best as we can.
Which formation shall we use?
We are at -5 on the catapults. So let's just keep countering.
Alicite hostes in informatum. We are ready to engage the enemy.
These are one-time use. It does get us out of our predicament.
One of our manifolds is about to break.
Yeah, this is getting a little... That would get us back into business. We'd get legendary.
Contentite vestra sponte! This is it! Their will to fight is broken!
Alright, so they get us at -150 and the risk. This would get the -150 to go away. %25% is pretty high. Alright, well we got lucky there. We're going to have to do a pacification quest on this one.
It seems the supplies finally started coming in from the Idoi.
Their chieftain was secretly delaying them. The legate...
Man, I clearly haven't fought with this guy in ages. He doesn't even have dodge. He has 2 unspent points.
Just worked with his brother to depose him.
The weird Good evening.
The very same.
Patrolling these forests is giving me nightmares.
Okay, let's improve. This is going all in. If I am going to have to take a negative, I might as well. I think we just... I thought we just used that one, but I guess not. This is 5, that's 4. This is during the engagement. We already have one, though. Yeah, we'll use that one. We'll take that one.
I dream of moving shadows and...
Clearly this guy has never been in combat with us.
Prowling wolves.
The ghouls are adept at moving unseen through the wilderness. It's enough to make you miss the desert.
Please excuse me.
We've sent an official to do an inventory of the region's supplies. But unfortunately, it seems like they're members of a local... Of course. Our way, Legate.
So way.
I don't think there's anything left to do with this guy, is there?
Legate, I am at your service.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I can build it again. You can see I got some nice resources. I just keep hoping, like, when we go to Act 4, like, there's going to be... Okay, you got to start with a new legion. And so now we're, you know, doing the resources thing again. I don't know. Alright, so that one is returning to an outpost. Uh-oh, where's my... Oh, there we go. Gordio, Amelius, Rebelus, Granulus, Varinus. I usually bring him too. Who do I don't...
Thank Jupiter you're here. Please save me from the clutches of these vile barbarians.
Where am I again? See, I don't know if I can hop down. So I'm going to assume that I can't hop down. And there are a bunch there. Yeah, we just got to get across the bridge. How much you want to bet there's somebody here? Oh, they're going first. They're even jumping. Holy smokes. Snakies. Well, if there was somebody there, I'm willing to agree that there isn't now, since they got to go first. Man, both were glancing. That one was also glancing. Yep, you can jump off. So if I back off, I'm in trouble, but I clearly have... Who am I... Oh, that's right, this is not Cineros. I have to always check. That is not a range 2 attack for him. That one is. Alright. Mr. Glance-a-lot is down. And that is not Bestia. But we should still have sneak attack.
Easy.
And Shiv. Alright, that allows me to move my tanks forward. And these guys too.
I have an arrow with your... This is where we stand and fight!
None of them moved. That's a big jump for a heavy.
You. Oh, Jupiter, and Juno, and Mars, and all the others. Now, get me out of here.
This one doesn't have enough movement. Neither does he. Man, his movement points are low. He'll be able to at least take out the shield. What the heck happened there? I don't understand. How did he fall? What? Oh man. That's a complete glitch. So now I gotta fight this battle with one less person. I think I'm gonna be fine, but still.
Whoever takes the most helmets today shall dine at my long table!
Ooh, I get to have dinner with the principal. That's a beating. Alright, see, I can't do anything with that guy. No movement, nothing. So bizarre.
I would die for the glory of another king.
I mean, at least they don't show him as dead or anything. That is the most bizarre. And it looks like they got him out of there now. I think all of our guys are up here. Alright, well the good news is this red I was worried about is nothing to worry about. That is a farm. Do I need to go see, like, I'm just trying to click to see if there's nothing back there. So let's just keep exploring, I guess. And yeah, the Legion can go get the farm. That'll give us some nice experience points. Oh, this is gonna be that mix of party. I clicked too fast, like last time. This time I saw it. It says you must fight next to whoever you're next to. So I had no time to form my party. So it's these three and those three. Which, I got 2 heavies out of the deal. We got all these guys down the hill. We have these guys behind us. So every one of these looks like the kind that my my Overwatch would not help me with. Same there. Yeah. There you have one massive heavy, that guy right there. So what I think I'm going to do is she's going to face the guys behind us. We're going to put an archer up on the hill. The other one right there is fine. I did not mean to do that. We have Bestia. I don't know where the best place to put him is. We'll go there. I sort of feel like somebody's got to help against all of them. You know what? Bestia will help. Yep, and they're going first.
Down for the glory of Rome!
They're coming up to us. Which just makes it easier, because Bestia does the most damage in the first 2 turns with his sneak attack. Okay, this is obviously a big deal, but that's why you have heavies. This is good when you're fighting somebody with a shield, but we're not worried about that. Okay, that crippled a bunch of them. Bestia can come up. Sneak attack. Oh, he has no more movement. So put him in dodge mode. I want to move down, and we will, because we're going to finish him off with the archer. So we get the heavy down there. And then I don't need to worry about their heavy yet. Instead, we're going to and then we got my guy. Gave everybody a nice morale boost. Of course he deflected. Dang it. In case they have the interference skill. Ooh, 10 damage.
Do not waver! The gods are watching!
Okay, we sort of knew we were going to get a lot of hits here. He's in a lot better shape, though, to start trouncing some people. Alright, that's good. This situation's a little precarious.
Last one! Let us be done with this.
Tartarus with this! I'm getting out of here!
I didn't even have to kill them all. I didn't even realize that. I only realized when she said last one. Because I was worried about healing my character. Because I was actually close to death with all the hits that we were taking there. They are a little bit tough. I mean, obviously we rallied, but I mean, you definitely have to guard both flanks there. The Bestia, I mean, his name is similar to Beast, and he was definitely doing it. Yeah, we should have been gaining experience. There we go. Need to find one of those towers so we can... Found plenty of farms. Here's another one. Alright, how are we doing? We only have 50 manpower missing. This is all one region. Let's conquer. -6. Ooh. Alright, so we need cavalry, so let's bring him in.
How do you wish to deploy?
We're short on catapults, so that gets us back into the positive. So we got ourselves a nice 59 to their 82.
The men are close enough to engage.
This is seems like it's perfect. That's where our two negatives are. I mean, these are nice. This gets me to morale of 9. But no, we're gonna do that. They give us a -5 wheel. Ooh. That balances back.
Content the day! Praise Mars! The day is ours!
It gets rid of the missing legionary. As does that. So, yeah, we want this one for sure.
Salkies operandate!
Alright, and then thankfully it's an easy pacification. No, it's not. Alright, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.